আমার জীবন সদা পাপের নাহিক পুণ্যের রেশ। আমার জীবন সদা পাপের নাহিক পুণ্যের রেশ। পারের উপরে হারিয়াছি কত, দিয়াছি জীবের ক্লেশ। 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 নিজ সুখ লাগি পাবে নাহি দোষী, দীর্ঘহিতা স্বার্থপর। নিজ সুখ লাগি পাবে নাহি দোষী, দীর্ঘহিতা স্বার্থপর। পর সুখে দুঃখী সদা মিথ্যাভাষী, পর দুঃখ সুখ সুখে দুঃখে সদা মিথ্যাভাষী, পর দুঃখ সুখ অশেষ কামনা হৃদি মাঝে মোরা, ক্রোধিতম পরায়ণ। অশেষ কামনা হৃদি মাঝে মোরা, ক্রোধিতম পরায়ণ। মদমত্ত সদা বিষয়ে মোহিত, হিংসগর্ভ বিভূষণ। মদমত্ত সদা বিষয়ে মোহিত, হিংসগর্ভ বিভূষণ। মিত্রাদশভত সুখায় বিরত, আকাশ যোনিয়ামি। মিত্রাদশভত সুখায় বিরত, আকাশ যোনিয়ামি। প্রতিষ্ঠা লাগিয়া সত্যাচরণ, লোভহত সরকামি। প্রতিষ্ঠা লাগিয়া সত্যাচরণ, লোভহত সরকামি। দেহে নিচর সজ্জন বর্জিত, অপরাধী নিরন্তর। দেহে নিচর সজ্জন বর্জিত, অপরাধী নিরন্তর। শুভ কার্য শূন্য সদা নর্তমান, নানা দুঃখ জর শুভ কার্য শূন্য সদা নর্তমান, নানা দুঃখ Hare
Translation means the sentence translation.
First, I am an impious sinner and have caused others great anxiety and trouble.
That's only the past.
Part of it, huh?
Okay. Okay. Some places that meaning is there. Next, somebody else.
Second, I have never hesitated to perform sinful act for my own enjoyment, devoid of all compassion, concerned only with my own selfish interests. I am remorseful, seeing others happy. I am a perpetual liar, and the misery of others, and the misery of the others is a source of great pleasure for me. Mataji?
The material desires within the core of my heart are unlimited. I am wrathful, devoted to false pride and arrogance, intoxicated by vanity, and bewildered by worldly affairs. Envy and egotism are the ornaments I wear.
Prabhuji. Ruined by laziness and sleep, I resist all pious deeds. Yet I am very active and enthusiastic to perform wicked acts. For worldly fame and reputation, I engage in the practice of deceitfulness. Thus, I am destroyed by my own greed and am always lustful.
A weal with man such as this, rejected by godly people, is a constant offender. I am such a person devoid of all good works, forever inclined toward evil, worn out and wasted by various mistakes.
Now,
Miseries.
now in old age, deprived of all means of success, humble and poor, Bhaktivinoda submits his tale of grief at the feet of his Supreme Lord. Right.
So if you see this bhajan of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it's somebody may say like, where is Krishna in this bhajan? So its whole thing is about description of his bad qualities. So okay, before describing, now we will chant the Mangacharan and then we will start our session. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Yudadati Swapadamyam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saragana Raghunathamikam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakamitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Dinamine Shri Vashavanavi Devi Haritaya Prabhati Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Chala Premadhya Shri Rupanula Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinakarine Rupanuga Viruddhaka Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhi Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaurada Bhava Bhumishtam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Panchatattva-atmakam Vishnam Bhakta-rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta-shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kalpata Jairam Srito Bhandi Ravindo Devashri Matsarvasvapadam Bojo Radha Madanamo Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadumadaha Srimad Ratnavara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Keshtali Vidhisevya Manasmarani Sriman Rasasaram Devam Shrimata Katastita Karsham Veno Svanai Gopi Gopinata Shri Srinama Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So actually, why do we chant this Mangacharan prayers before our starting of the class?
Seek the blessings of our previous acharyas.
That's a good point, to seek the blessings of previous acharyas.
We are so dull-minded. Without our mercy, we cannot understand this knowledge.
This is
So
a very important point, that we are trying to approach a transcendental subject matter and we don't have access to this transcendental subject matter, and only by the mercy of only by the mercy of Krishna, so we will be able to access the transcendental subject matter. So we are about to speak or about to hear. So this subject matter is Krishna himself, and we don't have the authority, or we don't have the access, to them. One very important shloka in this connection. Ata Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. Like Shri Krishna Namadi, Shri Krishna Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So we don't have access to them. Na bhavet grahyam indriyai. Through our senses, we will not be able to access them. Sevan Mukhe Jivado. So when we render service to Krishna, so then using our senses, so then Swayameva Smaratyada. So Krishna himself will reveal. So we cannot forcibly understand Krishna. We cannot forcibly access Krishna. So Krishna means Krishna's names, Krishna's description, Krishna's glories, and Krishna's deity form, taking darshan. So like any of these aspects, we cannot do it forcibly. It is only by the mercy of the Lord. And then it is only by the mercy of the Lord. So then why are we offering such a big prayer? So we have a particular Lord means, it is a particular way we actually approach the Lord. So we approach the Lord through the spiritual master and through the Guru Parampara and through Panchatattva and through Radha and Krishna. So that is how we actually approach the Lord. So we don't directly approach the Lord, in a direct way. So this is the channel of mercy that we are actually getting. And this Mangalacharan, full Mangalacharan prayers. So it is good to chant the full Mangalacharan prayers. So generally in public classes and public forums, we don't chant full. One is, everybody may not understand. So, and also like, so this closed forum, and especially the leaders meet and things like that, it's better to chant the full Mangalacharan prayers. And if you see this full Mangalacharan prayers, this is exactly the altar that we are worshipping. So exactly these personalities are whom, so we are actually worshipping in this particular, this one. And if you see the Mangalacharan prayers is composed of, so various personalities, their qualities and pastimes. These are the things which are mentioned, right? So we meditate upon the qualities and pastimes of these personalities. So we can actually, get the presence of these personalities, get the association of these personalities, and we will be able to, get their mercy, and through that we will be able to access the transcendental subject matter. So with this, we come to today's discussion. So the discussion is about being how to be a ideal subordinate, and I think ideal leader has been discussed before. So I chose this particular bhajan to be sung. So this bhajan, if you see, like there is nothing about glorification of Krishna. So like what's the point of this all about bad qualities? And in fact, it is mentioned that if you meditate about bad, you will become bad, right? If you meditate about bad, you'll become bad. So then why is such a great Acharya as Bhaktivinoda Thakur? He has described so many different bad qualities, in this particular, this one. And in the last bit, it is there, Bhaktivinoda Thakur offers this sad statement of his life's activities to the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. That's the only place, Prabhura Charane. That's the only place he's actually touched upon the Lord. So if you see, there are three very important aspects are there. So the aspects that we are discussing, leadership and how to be a proper subordinate and things like that. So all this is coming as part of the etiquettes that we are dealing with. So just to put a bigger picture and then coming to the subject matter that we are discussing. So three very important things in Krishna consciousness are there. So in that, the central point is very, very important. The central point in Krishna consciousness is that we want to develop attachment to the lotus feet of the Lord. We want to become intensely attached to Krishna. So that's the central point. And how do we do that? So what are the things which can give intense attachment to the Lord? What is the sadhana that can give intense attachment to the Lord?
Chanting.
Chanting is important. Chanting is important.
Hearing about the glories.
Yeah.
Serving his devotees.
Yeah. Now with the bhakti, that's this one. So Prahlad Maharaj was very, very clear. So when his father asked, how did you become a devotee? So he didn't ask that, what's the best of the things that you have learned? No, the second time when he asked, so he mentioned this full shloka. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnaho Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So next sloka, anybody knows? Iti Pumsal Pitha Vishnu, Bhaktischain Nava Lakshana, Kriyathe Bhagavatyadda, Tanmanye Titam Uttamam. So he mentions that. So this, if a human, if a person actually executes this Navavida Bhakti towards Vishnu, and then Iti Pumsal Pitam Vishnu, Bhaktischain Nava Lakshana. So this is the 9 different aspects of bhakti, right? And then, like, through this means, like, one can actually develop attachment to Krishna, right? So this is the primary subject that we are trying to do, trying to develop attachment to Krishna. So all that we are trying to do in ISKCON, so we are trying to facilitate these devotional services, and for the purpose of hearing. So if 200 people are supposed to come and hear, so then we need so much of organization that is coming around, right? So we have to do follow-up, we have to do like so many different things, and then we have to cook prasadam and different services. All those things are there. And Archanam is also there in the process, and people are going to do multiple aspects of this Navavida Bhakti in that particular this one, and for that the management is there. So if for this purpose, to facilitate this Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, so for that purpose the management exists, so then the management also becomes counted as the Navavida Bhakti. It also gives the result, or it also gives the purification of Navavida Bhakti. Until the time we are conscious of that fact. If you are not conscious, then the result will be, still we will get some purification, but the result will be very less. The purification will be less actually. So more we are conscious of why we are doing this thing, so then more we will become benefited. So now this is the central point that we discussed. So like central point is we want to develop attachment to Krishna, and that comes by like practicing the Navavida Bhakti, and specifically hearing. And recently, like we had all the brahmacharis, we had gone to like Belgaum. So and Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj was mentioning this point. If we do Shravanam and Kirtanam, then Smaranam will automatically follow. So whatever we hear, so we should hear the right message of Krishna consciousness, and whatever we heard, we should be able to repeat somewhere. We should be able to repeat it to, if you're a preacher, then you can repeat it to somebody. So if you are not, then you can actually, if you're a follower person, you can actually repeat it to people whom you are following up. Or you can repeat it to your spouse, or you can have some friends in Krishna consciousness. You can actually call them up and you can actually repeat. So we have to repeat the message that we have heard. So sometimes it is mentioned if the message of Krishna consciousness is accumulated and then it is not spoken. So it is like water that is not flowing. Not the water which is stagnant. What will happen?
Stink.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes will come and so many impurities will happen and things like that. So it is not properly facilitated. So we need to hear and we need to speak also, right? So both these things, if these things are properly done, so then the smaranam, then the remembrance of the Lord naturally comes, right? So these 3 aspects are very, very important in the aspects of this one. And the Rastas are so very fortunate, like every day you are getting opportunity to worship the Lord, deity worship is there. So these things, like, you are able to make multiple aspects of this Navavida Bhakti. We should feel very grateful, that Krishna has given us this opportunity to perform this devotional service. So this is the central point. So then what are the other 2 points? The other 2 points are, so when we are trying to approach Krishna and trying to become his devotee, and when we are doing this central point also, it is not that if I do this, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, so then I will be able to attain the Lord. No. So it is not like that. So I will be doing this as a service to the Lord, and I will anticipate that Lord will reveal himself to me, right? So that is the mode in which we actually approach. It is not that I will do chanting. I will do chanting for so many years and then I will be able to have Krishna with me. No, it's not possible. So like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned, what is that shloka? Like,
Bahu Janma.
Bahu Janma Kari Adi Shravana Kirtan Tabuna Paibe Shri Krishna Chara. So why this thing is there? Like even if I chant for many, many lifetimes, even then I will not be able to attain Krishna. The second stanza of Sikshashtakam also mentions this particular point, that Krishna's names are so glorious. There are unlimited names are there, and each and every name is imbued with all the potencies of Krishna. But still, I am not able to Durdaiva Mihajanina Anuraga. So I'm not able to get attachment to Krishna's names. So like Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually comments about this point, it's only because of offenses. So, Hare Krishna. So it's only because of offenses. Hare Krishna. So this is a very important subject that we need to actually understand. When we perform this devotional service, we are in a dependent position. So when we perform devotional service, we are in a dependent position. So we are trying to serve Krishna and we are dependent on Krishna for revelation. Sometimes I give this example. If there is a beggar, he knows that you have money in your pocket and he is in need of money, but he cannot put his hand into his pocket and take the money, right? So we want Krishna, and Krishna is available through this Navamrita Bhakti, but we cannot just put our hand and take Krishna from there. So we can only beg Krishna that please you reveal yourself unto me, right? So that is the mood in which we actually approach the devotional service. So we are never the masters here. We are always the servant and we are in the mood of begging. I want you, Krishna, and nothing less. I want you only. There is so many other things like Lord Narasimha, when he appears, he gives so many this ones, like you take this, you take this, you take this. And Prahlad Maharaj is telling, don't cheat me, my Lord, I want you only. He's very, very clear. He doesn't want anything else apart from Krishna, right? So that is very important. We want Krishna only. How much ever costly it is, how much ever difficult it is, I want him only. And the process that I adopt is, I will render service and I will anticipate that Krishna will reveal. My spiritual master will bestow mercy upon me. So in that way, I will access Krishna. And what is the guarantee? There is no, if you put the probability, you are doing this, then what is the probability that Krishna may reveal? So there may be a remote possibility, but then still I have hope that somehow or other I will actually attain Krishna. So that is this one in the Tatyanukampa Shloka, this particular thing is mentioned. This like hope after hope that I will attain Krishna somehow or other, and rendering devotional service and tolerating all the difficulties that comes in the life. This mood of the devotee actually melts the heart of Krishna and purchases the heart of Krishna. Right? So this is the way in which a devotee actually performs devotional service. So with this context, we see the other two things that is there. In our morning program, what all things are there? We do Sansar Dava prayers, glorify the spiritual master. So then what next what we do? Narsimha Arati, seeking protection for our devotion, right? And then Tulsi Arati, like meditating on the ultimate goal that we want to become the servant of Radha and Krishna and begging a service in the holy land of Vrindavan. So then next, no. After that, chanting. Before that, Sikshashtakam and 10 offenses, right? So, like all these things we are able to understand. So we are praying to the spiritual master so that, he will bestow mercy upon us, and he is the one who has saved us from the pool of material existence. So we are offering our gratitude and respect to such a spiritual master. We are meditating on his qualities, so that we will invoke the mercy of the spiritual master. Without the mercy of spiritual master, we will not be able to access Radha and Krishna. So that's not well taken. And then protection, seeking protection from Narasimhadev. So like our devotion is so soft and tender, it can just get lost. So we are seeking protection from Narasimhadev to protect this devotion. And then meditating on the ultimate goal, that is the Tulsi Arati. And then Sikshashtakam is what mood in which we have to execute this devotional service. In that many aspects are there. But then why these 10 offenses are there in this morning program? Any idea? Why these 10 offenses are there?
Offenses are the only thing because of which we cannot progress in bhakti.
Yeah. Why? No, if we commit offenses, why Krishna is not merciful or what? No, I'm doing chanting, I'm doing so many other things. No, Krishna should give me mercy.
But we should not take it for granted.
Krishna
will anyway show mercy, so I will.
The medicine is not taken properly. The medicine is the devotional service, but you misuse the medicine and
Hmm.
The process is not.
So if you see, like, like it's all nice answers that you gave. In a practical sense, if we see, like Krishna likes all his parts and parcels. Krishna likes every living entities, all aspects of the creation he likes, and all the more he likes his devotees, and he likes his, close associates, the spiritual master, like the holy name. All these things like are very, very dear entities of Krishna. And if we appropriately deal with them, that is called the etiquette. And if we inappropriately deal with them, that's called the offenses. So when we commit offenses, what happens? No, Krishna actually hides himself. No, that's what actually happens. So Krishna actually covers himself. Yoga Maya Samavrata. Like he actually covers himself, and we will not be able to access him. Right. So this is the basic reason why we have to be cautious about the offenses when we commit. Like in fact, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions, if somebody performs devotional service unto me and offends Advaita Acharya, so it is like piercing. When he chants the holy names, it is like piercing needles onto my body. No, that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually says, that if he is devotee of me and then he is offending my devotee, so like when he performs his devotional service, it is like piercing needles onto my body. So that's how it appears to Krishna, right? So this is very important aspect. Like when we will be able to avoid offenses. That is also very important aspect. So like now in this room, like we are seeing this room. So if I want to describe this room to somebody, so it takes a lot. Like now I have to know there is a big picture of Radha and Krishna, there is a tube light, and there is a fancy saffron color, fans and things like that. So if I describe all these things, still they will not be able to get the whole picture of this room. They'll be able to get only glimpse, right? So our scriptures are nothing but like some glimpse of the spiritual world is given. And when we serve these glimpses, when we hear and chant about this transcendental subject matter in the mood of service, then Krishna will reveal the whole picture. Krishna will reveal the whole picture. So this is the this is the way actually we approach the Supreme Lord. And if we mistreat any of these entities, like the Bhagavatam or the Holy Name or the devotees, any of these entities, if we don't treat them properly, and if we become offensive towards that, so then we will lose the bigger picture. We will lose the clear picture of the existence. So in the beginning stages, it is expected that we will perform devotional service with offenses only. Why with offenses only? Because at this point in time, like now this through this window, if we see outside, everything is dark. We are not able to see anything over there. But when the sun comes, automatically things will start revealing over there. So now in the darkness, if we are walking, definitely we will keep our leg on a pit, or we will dash upon something and things like that. So the real picture is Krishna is amazing, Krishna is glorious, and the living entities, we are very small, and Krishna's creation is so amazing, right? So when we don't have this real picture, so what happens is we think that I am the center of the whole creation, and all the objects that is existing, this mobile phone or this table or this glass, everything is, what is this? This is an entity meant for my enjoyment. So when we get the clarity, what happens? Oh, Krishna is there. Oh, this is also part and parcel of Krishna. This is also part and parcel of Krishna. And all these things should be rightfully engaged in his service. So that's like self-realization, or that's the clarity of vision. That's the advancement in Krishna consciousness. And like when the Maya actually covers us, what happens? We see everything dark. And then we see like I am there and this is there, and all these entities are different, and all of these entities are existing for my satisfaction, right? So that is the material vision, right? So now, like when this material vision actually can be curtailed, when we can actually meditate, here we see that how this mode of humility is very, very essential aspect. So if you see one basic aspect of all the Vaishnava etiquette, if we can derive one basic essence of all the Vaishnava etiquette, anybody can tell what it could be?
Humble and meekness is the one who is humble and meek can achieve the kingdom of God. Okay, humility is one of the basic this ones, and the Vaishnava etiquette, the rules and regulations, when we apply, so there is one very basic rule that needs to be applied in that.
Everything belongs to Krishna.
Okay.
Whatever we Get
So-
rid of our false ego.
So one very important rule, so my mentor actually taught me in the beginning days of my Krishna consciousness, all the rules and regulations applies only to me and not to others. It's a very, very important. Listen, if we know this, we will naturally follow all the Vaishnava etiquette. All the rules and regulation applies only to me and not to others. So like, for example, Krishna was teaching Arjuna. Arjuna was his disciple. And Krishna was a very amazing spiritual master, like spiritual master to the perfection. So no other spiritual master can come to that level. Spiritual master to the perfection. And if you see how much Krishna chastises Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, how much he chastises?
Start of the second chapter.
Little bit, that's all. He just chastises. You are speaking like a learned person, but what you are speaking is Anarya Justum. No, sorry. Like, what is that shloka? No. Karpanya dosha is like Arjuna surrendering. After that, he mentions same thing only, no? Asvargam, Akirti. No, I'm not sure if that is a shloka. So
Partha, that is also there.
So few shlokas actually he puts down Arjuna. Then after that he peacefully starts describing the this one Bhagavad Gita, right? And towards the end, what he says, towards the end of Bhagavad Gita,
whatever I want to say, now it's up to you whether you do good.
Right? So now somebody may say, I am your spiritual master. You should just shut up your mouth and follow what I'm saying. He could have told, Krishna could have told. Why he did not say this?
Because there's some independence. Means he doesn't interfere in independence with the.
So this one Vaishnava etiquette from there also we can learn. Krishna has did his part of teaching, but he is not expecting the part of Arjuna. An ideal disciple, what he is supposed to do? He is supposed to follow nicely. So, but he is not expecting what Arjuna is supposed to do. He is not expecting that. He is just seeing that, did I do my role properly? So that's a very, very important thing. So if did I do my role properly? That is the only thing that Krishna is looking at. Krishna is not telling Arjuna, so many things he could have told. See, I am Supreme Personality of Godhead. I personally took out time and I taught you. If you don't follow me, what people will think of me? He could have told, So Bhagavan ne bola, his only disciple, he only did not follow. Why should I follow? That's a very logical thing. And he could have told that, I am Supreme Lord, I am Supreme Master, not just I am your spiritual master. Apart from that, I am Supreme Lord, you are part and parcel of me, you are meant to render service to me. And even a normal spiritual master, you should follow whatever the instruction is given. So you should just simply shut up and follow, and if you don't follow, I will take offense. If you don't follow what I'm saying, I'll take offense. Did Krishna tell like that? No. Krishna tells that I have given whatever I am supposed to do, and your role, it is up to you. Whatever you are supposed to do, you follow, right? So, and another thing also, if you don't follow, will I still continue to be your friend? Krishna says, yes, I will still continue to be your friend. So this is the thing that actually attracts the living entity to the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna is not a tyrant master. It's I am your master, you are my servant, and you should just serve me, right? So in fact, when the four Kumaras, when they went to the spiritual world, and they were going around, and they happened to bump upon Jaya Vijay, and what happened to them? They offended Jaya Vijay, right? So they actually cursed. Jaya Vijay offended them, and these people also offended them. So offense ka offense tally ho gaya na. So he committed an offense to me, and I also committed an offense to him. So offense to offense tally ho gaya na. No, it's not. Krishna will not be satisfied with that, right? So, and the Supreme Lord comes out from the Vaikuntha, and then what does he do at that point in time?
He took the responsibility and
he begged forgiveness. First of all, he glorified the Brahmanas. So Brahmanas have come to my place and they were not received well. You see, like the whole thing, if you see, no, Krishna or Vishnu is only talking about his role. No, he's glorifying the Brahmanas. Brahmanas are so amazing personalities. No, through them, the Lord actually has their food, and they are the most respectable personalities. And like, no, if Brahmanas are not treated well, no, there is no good at all, no, in the society. So many wonderful qualities of Brahmanas he mentions, and then he says, "You are Brahmanas. You have come to my place, and I am not received well." No, so if my servants have done something wrong, no, I take that responsibility upon me. It is my mistake. No, the Brahmanas are not taken care of properly. And he even mentions that, like, people think that, like, I am glorious, I'm supreme, no, because I have so much of like opulence and things like that. No, I am worshipable because I worship the lotus feet of my devotees. No, so the whole episode of description, no, Krishna is going on saying like how he had failed in his duty. No, he's not telling like, no, ऐसा कोई आता है क्या घर पे? No? So does anybody barge into the house like this? No, you should have some manners in coming, you know. And of course, like, I am supreme personality of Godhead, you know. Can you come like this without any invitation? And no, and you offended my servants like Jaya and Vijay. They are liberated personalities. They are staying in this one, Vaikuntha. No, how dare you offend my this one? So no, he's just telling like his part, and the four Kumaras are becoming more nervous and nervous, like the mistake we did. You know, Lord, you are telling as if you have did some mistake. No, you are peacefully sleeping in the Vaikuntha. We came and disturbed you. We came and disturbed your servants, and no mistake we did. And you are telling like, no, how you should have received us. And so this is a very important aspect, that no, Supreme Lord himself, he came out and he described his own bad qualities or his own mistakes. Like, whereas like, he can never commit a mistake. The Supreme Lord can never commit a mistake. But then he is describing as if he has committed a mistake. Right? So this is a very, very important etiquette that we can actually learn from the Supreme Lord. More we are advanced, more we will see that we are at mistake. No, less we are advanced, we will always see that we are right and others are wrong. No, so that's the way in which will actually be able to see. No, more the advancement, more we will see that no, we are at mistake. In fact, no, sometimes when Srila Prabhupada no corrects his disciples, no, he says like, what to do? It's my role. No, I have to do. Like, no, you're so wonderful devotees. No, you're so nicely. You're doing so much devotional service, but it is my duty to do. I'm just doing it. No, like that. So in that way, like this particular aspect of finding the bad in us and then finding the good in others and applying all the rules and regulations to oneself and not applying on the others. So if we are like, at 80% of the time, so sometimes this 80-20 rule is given. So 80% of the time, like if we have, what is that? In Bhagavad Gita also we can see like more than 80, like 90% of the time, Krishna is only like doing his role, and chastisement he gives only like, no, not even 5%. It's very, very less. No, he actually chastises. No, that's a very important principle that we need to actually learn, from this one of Krishna. And yeah, of course, coming to today's topic, the aspect of the subordinate. If I am a subordinate, now how should I behave? So I have an etiquette towards entire thing. So I have an etiquette towards the Supreme Lord. I have the etiquette towards the devotees. In that, seniors, equals, and the juniors. And then like I have the etiquette towards all the aspects of the creation, the many, many different aspects. So we need to see, like, at every action, is that what Krishna wants? Or if I do this particular action in this way, will this please Krishna? No, that's the whole that's the whole criteria. I did some action. Is it pleasing to Krishna? Right. So that's very important. Yudhishthira Maharaj, such a great devotee. When he's performing Rajasuya sacrifice, like he's always constantly consulting various people, saying that even if Krishna gives sanction also, then also he says, no, Krishna may have given sanction, but still, whether this will please Krishna or not, he takes so many different opinions and what is that references. He is always thinking that I may be wrong. I may be wrong, Like that's a very healthy, attitude. Like if I think that I know everything and I'm always right, no, that means we are in serious danger. No, we're in serious danger. So I may be wrong and I need guidance, I need support. No, then like we can always take right decision. So if we are so confident about our own self, then we will be like, we will not be in a very good this one. So that is how a subordinate, no, he takes guidance from a superior that in this scenario, I'm thinking this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, no, is it right? Is it the right thing to do? So like, no, this till when we are supposed to do like this?
The authority understood that he's perfect in that.
Yeah.
He will give the freedom. Okay, you take this.
Yeah. So like authority understands that now he is able to do this thing. Now he's like experienced and he can actually do it independently. Even after the authority gives independence, still the subordinate always feels that I need shelter. No, I need protection. Why? Because like whatever I'm acting upon, if I'm like what is that? If I'm powered by, we can use this word. If I'm powered by like the divine energy of the Lord, so then I may do whatever the Lord wants. But if I'm powered by the material energy of the Lord, so then I may do some chaotic thing, right? So it all depends upon like which energy of the Lord we are taking shelter at that point in time. Somebody may say like I'm a devotee since quite a good number of years, and then now I know like I'm taking shelter of Krishna. So, but actually speaking, taking shelter of Krishna is a moment-to-moment business. Even sometimes great personalities as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, sometimes they fall prey to the influence of material nature, like Brahma Vimohan Leela. So, like even such great personalities can fall under illusion. Such great devotees of the Lord can fall under illusion. That's why a devotee always feels that I may be wrong. I always need need to consult. And then like it should be like this. The real giving of freedom should be like this. The authority should say like, no, you're nicely matured and you're like nice devotee. No, you take your decision. And the subordinate should be like, no, I still want to consult with you. Like, please give some opinion on this particular topic. That's a good relationship. Like the subordinate is telling, no, why should I follow you? And the authority is telling, you should follow me. That means it is like it has gone petrified. The relationship has gone completely crazy. So it is not the way actually to be done, right? So always the rule of Vaishnava etiquette is I should perform my role and I should not expect the other person, they should perform their role. Okay? So, but still like, we will guide them and we will caution them, sometimes. And whom do we correct with lot of force? Whom we can correct with lot of force?
We have a good relationship.
Yeah.
With a particular devotee or person, so we can do that because the relationship is very good. So we can force so that for his well-being.
Yeah, the relationship is good in terms of friends. If there is a thick friendship is there, so then we can actually force saying that, hey, like, no, what are you doing? It's not right. And in the superior and subordinate, if the subordinate is so much surrendered to the superior, so then he can actually force to the degree of surrender. So then the force actually comes. No, what you're doing is wrong. This is not the way. You should do like this. No, that will come. So, but the relationship is weak. No, so if the surrender is not complete, so then the superior also says, okay, fine, no, this choice is there, this choice is there, you can choose, like that. That's the best way to do it. Krishna is doing that with us, Right? So, and then when he offers complete surrender, so then he chastises a little bit, And today morning we were actually discussing this particular point. Even then, Krishna is actually entertaining Arjuna different questions, like when he passes through the dense forest of karma and jnana. So when he comes to the platform of pure bhakti, that is when Krishna says, like, no, you just now hear. Now I'll describe what is bhakti, you just hear. So that aspect is very, very essential. So like when the subordinate like becomes surrendered like that, and for that it is not just like subordinate will just naturally surrender. The authority also should have the quality to receive that surrender. So he should also be like advanced in Krishna consciousness and mature enough and he's able to tolerate the mistakes of the subordinate. He's able to encourage the subordinate in a nice way to advance in Krishna consciousness. So, like sometimes it is mentioned, when we were there, taking our brahmachari training. So that time, like one module is also there in that. If somebody wants to switch and take to Grahastha ashram, so what to expect there? So then they mentioned that every woman expects a husband like Kardam Muni, and every husband expects a wife like Devahuti, and it is not possible. So it is completely not possible. So because such personality doesn't exist. So we are picked up from the streets and trained, and we are somewhere in between. But we cannot have that expectation, right? So in that way, sometimes authorities also see that I may be not pure, but my subordinate should be completely perfect subordinate. And the subordinate is I will not be pure, but my authority should be like ideal. So both the things will not happen. So we will not find an ideal authority or ideal subordinate, right? So in terms of our practical execution of practical execution of Krishna consciousness, so we will not find an ideal authority or an ideal subordinate. So how do we then run the show?
Tolerate each other.
Tolerate each other. This is the biggest mantra. So tolerate each other, and so we should not there is the instructions of an ideal ideal authority will also be of that class, and the following of an ideal subordinate will also be of that class, So if somebody may think that I'm not an ideal authority, but I should have a very ideal subordinate. So if an ideal subordinate is there, we'll end up committing offenses to him, because I'm not ideal. So it becomes a problem in compatibility, right? So it is okay. I am an Adha Pakka superior, and I get an Adha Pakka. This one subordinate, I'm happy with that. So tolerate. That's a very, very important this one. So tolerance is a very, very important principle. So without tolerance, it is not possible to run the show at all. So so one, a few of the aspects I didn't touch upon today's notes actually. Till what time is this?
8:30, 8:40.
Okay.
We can have questions.
Okay, so we have bombarded so many things in this topic, so we can take some questions. Yes, Pankaj.
Actually, these things like tolerating, we have to tolerate themselves, and we should be humility, and we should always think that we are in the actually we have done the mistake. Krishna is teaching me in some of them. All these things a devotee knows. They have heard, they know everything. Then the situation comes, when the circumstance comes, they are not able to apply these things. Right? And in that situation, whatever they are feeling, that only they are doing. What are the actual character coming out, and that is only is they are doing. Even though we have heard into many classes, and these things in all the books of Srila Prabhupada also. Still, when the situation comes, they are not able to tolerate. How to do it? So
this is a very important aspect. We see that when we will be able to stably exhibit all these qualities, so only when we advance in Krishna consciousness, we will be able to stably exhibit these qualities. So why? Because how will I naturally be humble? So when I see something big in front of me, then I can understand my smallness, right? So when I have an experience of Krishna, so then I will be able to become naturally humble. So till the time I don't have an experience of Krishna, so then I will naturally if I don't have an experience of Krishna, that means see, I'm part and parcel of Krishna. Only way I cannot have experience of Krishna is that I'm covered by the material nature. That's the only way. There is no other way. Actually, in fact, there are 2-3 layers. So one is covering of material nature, another is covering of spiritual nature. So if we just manage to open up the material nature, we will reach Brahma Jyoti. And if Krishna opens up his spiritual nature, so then we will be able to have his darshan. No, so two levels, two layers of covering is there, and we have to open up these. And both of these layers, which layer we can open?
By sadhana, we can open.
None of the layers we can open. So it is like, what is that? What does Krishna says? Mahameve prapadante maya metam sarvate. First, what is it?
Devi is
Dailiyesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya. The material nature is my material nature. You cannot overcome it. No, Mahameve prapadante. You take shelter of me. I will remove my material nature. No, you cannot remove my material nature. I will remove my material nature. So even spiritual energy and the material energy, spiritual covering and the material covering, we cannot remove. Only Krishna can remove. So it is only by our service, we please him, and then by the mercy of the devotees, Krishna becomes pleased, and then he removes these coverings, and we will be able to have a darshan of the Lord. And when we are able to have a practical realization of the Lord, that is when we will be able to stably exhibit these qualities. Till then, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to practice humility. We are supposed to practice, and this practice will have its threshold. Now, when some really trying situations come, definitely we will not be able to be humble. Our true nature will come out. That's our true nature. So it will come out. And one mantra always we should understand. So when I'm losing my control, I should always take shelter of a superior. That's a very, very important control mechanism that we need to apply. So when I'm losing control, I should take shelter of a person who is still in control. Right? So that is something that we have to do. So that's where a good amount of, many times we will not be able to express our difficulties to our authorities. So we should have very thick, friendly relationship with some devotees. It is mentioned that richness of a person, richness of a devotee in Krishna consciousness is how many friends he has. Those friends means what is the definition of those friends? Whatever they say, I will not feel bad. They can chastise me. They can we can fight and we can get together, whatever it is, so we will not feel bad with that person, and we can confidently share our heart with them, and they can confidently share their heart with us. So that kind of friendship is very, very essential in Krishna consciousness. That will be our saving grace. So if we can take shelter of our authorities, that is very good. So, but these friends will come very handy, in most of the scenarios. So this is very, very essential. So we should try to count upon, how many friends do I have? So if I don't have sufficient friends in my Krishna consciousness, that means I am in so much of danger. I mean, not too much of danger. I don't have confidence that I can reveal my heart to anyone. I don't have confidence to reveal my heart to anyone. That means I am not safe in Krishna consciousness. So it's very, very essential. So in the Brahmachari Sangha, we were discussing the similar topic. So it can be this friend can be there in our own sector, in our own center. The friends can be there in some other center also, but it should be productive friendship. It should be positive friendship. It is a friendship where at the same level, and who will encourage and who are really well wishers of us, right? So that kind of not exploitative kind of friendship. So that is necessary. So this, till the time we advance perfectly, we will fall prey to all these fluctuations. Now when situations come, we will lose track. But then we need to have this mantra. Right now, I'm not in control. I need the help of a person who is in control. So it should be a friend, whom I can share my heart and whom I have invested upon for many, quite a good amount of time, or my superiors. To them, I should try to take shelter of. That is when we'll be able to get out. So, but if if this alarm doesn't ring, if I don't take shelter of devotees, so see, authorities generally, they may not know that I'm going through these things. But friends who are there around, even if you don't take shelter also, they'll come and catch, hey, kya kar rahe tha? What are you doing? They'll come and catch, So then that is a very good thing. We should give that freedom to somebody. Okay, to you, I'm giving this freedom. You can come chastise me, control me, whatever you want, you can do with me. So that freedom we should give at least to select few people. So then only we can actually get saved from those situations.
And what if the friend is what if the friend is immature? Say I am angry, and then I go and tell the friend, that person did this to me. Why you didn't tell him back? Maybe I punched him back. No, I'll take it. Let's do it.
So yeah, immature friends are they will dig graveyard to us, dig our grave. So we should take shelter of authority also should be there, and we should have some mature friends also. See, now we are not discussing this subject amongst newcomers. We are discussing this subject amongst leaders. So at this level, we should also know that to choose some good friends who are trustworthy. To choose some good friends. Right? And one important thing, to the extent that we are actually falling back on Krishna, so to that extent we can be saved. So, but if we cannot naturally fall back, we need external support. So that support we should not hesitate to take. So sometimes devotees also feel like, no, I am so senior. How can I say that I don't know this particular thing, or I am in trouble? No, how can I say this thing? So how can I be in trouble? I am such a senior person. So Arjuna, in front of everybody in the battlefield, is openly telling, now I have lost my control. Now I need your support. So this in the Gita course also we cover this particular point, that to express our difficulty, to express our weakness is not at all a problem. It's not at all a problem. If we don't do that, like we will find ourselves in the grave only. So the things will go so bad that we will be buried. So we should, right time, we should actually call for help. That is also very important. We should not think that I'm such a senior person. How can I ask for help? How can I say that I'm wrong? So always trying to defend ourselves. So this bhajan, what we sang today, it's very important. Natural tendency of the living entity is to try to defend oneself. No, what I did is right. No, this is what is the right thing to do. So, but this bhajan says, like, no, whatever you have done in the past, now, and in the future also, it is going to be wrong only. So it is like beating our mind sufficiently, saying that, no, you're not right. So it is very, very essential. So our mind and ego is what is our biggest enemy. Like it always defends us, saying that whatever you have done is right. Why are you letting yourself down? You should keep your head up, and you should always say that no, whatever you have done is right. So this is the most dangerous thing, actually. Most dangerous.
Like practically, if you think about the friends, right? If they are coming from the same batch, the school days and college days, that's how they form the friends at the same age level. But in Krishna consciousness, if you see, everybody is in different age levels, and also their practice level is different. It's very difficult to find friends. One thing I can do is you have to be humble. That's it. In that way, you can capture the other.
But the problem here is, I have to be humble, but I don't have the control of that quality. When situations come, when trying situation come, I have a threshold, beyond which I cannot be humble. So it's a natural problem that exists, actually. So I can resolve myself that I'll be humble, but then I cannot, because material nature is so powerful. I cannot control the material nature. So why I become arrogant? Because I come under the modes of ignorance or passion. So do I have control of this covering? No, I don't have control. Like some provoking situation, I just come under the sway of modes of passion and ignorance, because they are more superior to us. They are more powerful than us. So I can easily come under the sway of this one. So then a person, how can I actually come out of this particular shloka that we discussed now? Daiviyesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya. When I take shelter of Krishna, then I will be able to overcome Maya. But right now I am in a situation where the material nature has overtaken me, and I don't have the right intelligence to surrender to Krishna. So that time, this association is what actually helps us. This like the equals and the friends and the superiors, they are the ones who can actually help me. And this another aspect is in Krishna consciousness, the age and this one, like we should be able to little bit relax this ones. We should see that the person who is on a similar level of advancement of Krishna consciousness to me, right? So to them, we actually develop our friendship with. They may be little younger, they may be little elder. No, it's okay. Yesterday, no, 2 days back, Amol Lilapu was mentioning that he shares a friendly relationship with Bhakti Bhagat Bhagavad Maharaj. It's like, and Maharaj exchanges this, so because he's a Maharaj and like he also offers respect, but then they have a little bit of friendly dealing. So Maharaj doesn't feel like he's a junior. Like why should I have that kind of friendly relationship? So, but they have. So that kind of nice friendly relationship. So it's a very, very important aspect actually. Somehow or other we should try. And if I cannot get, what should I do? What should I do if I cannot get?
What is it?
Pray.
Pray to Krishna. It's so simple. So simple. In fact, in one of the Gita course, I was explaining this particular thing. My regular student was there. No, she was a Mayavadi, and every class she used to argue upon. But still, she will come for every class. So one class I told when I was mentioning for everything, like you pray to Krishna and then like you get it. You pray to Krishna, you get it. And one class she told, see, one thing I like about this Vaishnavism is that we are not left on our own. For anything you have a shelter. You pray and you get it. And in the Mayavad philosophy, like we are left on our own. So we have to find our way back. Right. So that was quite this one. So this is something which is giving me solace. She actually accepted this point. So this is very amazing. Like if we pray to Krishna, Krishna can give anything and everything. Now, in fact, Prabhupada writes this in many places in the purports. What it takes to go back to Godhead. What it takes to go back to Godhead?
One prayer.
Just one Hare Krishna with
one word he actually describes. What is that?
sincere.
Desire. We just need to desire to go back to God. Krishna is eagerly waiting when this guy will desire. If we just have the desire, he'll just pack us and take us back. So that is the only thing that is actually lacking. So if desire is there, Krishna is ready to take, but then if we mess around with the devotees, then Krishna will say, like, no, you have desire, but then you're messing up with devotees so much. If I take you back to Godhead, like you will mess up my kingdom also. Better I'll train you here nicely and then I'll take you back. So that is why he keeps giving beatings. So every time he does a mistake, like Krishna lovingly gives a beating. Krishna, I'm your devotee, I'm doing so much everything nicely. Why are you giving me beating? So Krishna is like, no, if you're nicely following everything, like why should I give you beating? You're messing around, so I have to teach you. Krishna actually.
Moreover, it's like if one is when Krishna is bothered about the devotees, he tries to correct. Whereas there are so many atheists, he doesn't go and correct them. But he is bothered about the devotees, he's worried and he is concerned about the devotees, and that is why he corrects us by giving different beatings.
So in this correction also, like this one in the Bhagavad Gita, we see that Krishna tells Etashit Tata Guru, and then he sees that still if you ask my opinion, you should surrender to me. So eager. So, but then he is not using his influence, saying that you rascal, you surrender to me, Ram. He doesn't tell that. No, but he's telling like, no, please, no, you surrender to me. So that is very sweet aspect of the Lord. So he does this particular thing. So if we want friends, we should pray to Krishna. So that is very, very essential. And this is also a good combination. Like 20% association with the seniors, 20% association with the juniors, and it's expected that 60% we associate with equals. That's very, very essential. So that's where the real sharing, that's where the real learning and all those things actually happens. So we should be able to share and have nice friendship. So in fact, Bhakti Maharaj actually advised me that we should have nice friends in Krishna consciousness. So then I was telling Maharaj, like I joined first in temple and I don't have any equals with me. So then Maharaj told, no, you should pray to Krishna and you'll get, then I prayed. So then we made Brahmachari Sangha, and now in the other temples, like, there are senior Brahmacharis are there. Like we have good friendship, with each other. And then, I have my base mates, I revived my connections with them. And then we have Adidev Prabhu and different devotees, so we have nice friendly relationship. So we have so many friendly relationships, and then I also try to add to the list as much as possible, right? And then also like I share a good friendly relationship with my the core team devotees. So like in the beginning only I told them, you have all right to correct me, chastise me, like whatever you want you can do with me. Like it is very essential that we share that kind of a relationship with somebody. Right? In fact, its recording is going on, no? During Prasadam, there is one critical danger. No, I wasn't, and one of our core team member actually said to me, "It was very nice. This one, no, very nice thing. That no, we may be in danger at any time. No, we don't know. So, but then like it is necessary that we require the support of the devotees to actually save us. Not many times we will get the opportunity to at least for me, I meet my superiors not very often. So you have some good luxury of meeting your superiors often. So it is very essential that this equal relationship is very necessary. And in that equal relationship also some people we need to have respected friends. So wherein we have good friendly dealings, but then we will always take good corrections from them. Like that. Very essential.
One question Rashmata is asking, if we don't correct our subordinates and just leave it to them, what they want to do, then how do we cultivate them to be good devotees?
Okay, so this is a very important principle. Even in parenting also I cover this particular topic. When devotees grow up and when they're new, so we can actually correct them. No, Prabhu, you should not do like this, you should do like this and things like that. In the matter of etiquette and things like that, we can actually correct them. And we are also, when we are teaching not just the etiquettes, not just the procedures. We're actually teaching much more things. So how we are teaching, that is also they are learning. No, if you are teaching in a very wrong way, so they will also try to teach it in a wrong way. No, and most of the times, in this connection, we should remember Jesus Christ. This one also statement. So he mentions a preacher may preach throughout the day and he may speak also sometimes. He mentions this particular point. So we may correct people. How we actually correct people. So first thing, there are many different ways, based on the relationship, based on the scenario and things like that. So the we should not correct in such a way that I am all good. No, you are all wrong. No, I have all authority to correct you. So that should not be this one. So the most of the time the problem is, one problem is they are doing wrong. So it has to be corrected. Another problem is if it is corrected in a wrong way, that sows seeds for wrong etiquettes. So then it becomes a culture. So then I am your superior, I have all right to correct you. So that should not be there. That this one should not be there. So that is why generally what happens, an ideal scenario is, so when a person loses his taste for instructing somebody or controlling somebody, that is when he should be given a leadership position. That is when he will properly correct people. Whenever it is necessary, only then he will correct people. So we want people to become good. We want mistakes to be corrected. But then we are so much afraid if this correction will go in a wrong direction. That is this one. And especially when the teenage comes, when the children, this relates to the parenting also. And it's quite relevant. So teenage comes, what happens, Chanakya Pandit says that till the age of 5, just allow the child to play and do whatever mistakes and things like that. And then 5 to puberty is the time of correction. And when they show a little bit of worldly sense, and when they show the signs of they need independence, we should give independence. And the parent remains as a protective fence and then allow them to commit mistakes. It is not that how can I see a mistake is happening, how can I see that mistake will happen, my child commits a mistake or my subordinate commits a mistake. We should not be over conscious about that thing. We should allow the thing to happen. We should see, okay, if you do like this may happen. If you do like this may happen. But still, you have your choice. You can work out. And I'm always there for you. You can actually come back and I'm always there for you. So then they try to explore, they try to do something, and then they learn from the mistake. In fact, a real education, a good education will happen. So when this freedom of committing mistake is there to some controlled extent, not uncontrolled extent. A controlled extent, a freedom of committing mistake is there, and then we are there as a protective guard, and we are giving the right solution at the right time. And then naturally, if they want to follow, if they want to correct, then they will correct in such a way that they will never do the mistake again. But if we forcefully say this is wrong, and I know by my experience you should not do it, and they will say like, no, well, like, no, you would have done something wrong in a wrong way, like I will try in a good way. So that becomes a problem, right? So that is why, like, when in devotee cultivation also, we see this whole cycle will happen. When the new people come, they'll be completely surrendered to us, and then like initially arguments happens and things like that, and then we establish the philosophy, establish Krishna consciousness. They will come into this child phase. They'll be completely surrendered to us. And after some time, it doesn't take much time. 6 months, 1 year, they will know everything what we know. It doesn't take much time. And after that, they'll see like, no, Prabhuji, I also know everything that you know. What are you speaking about? In fact, like I have a little more experience from the material world. I know better than you. So, and things like that. So then when we see this thing, the spark of independence coming in, immediately we should award them the independence, and we should then we should just act as a fence, and they will go hit, try on trial and error and things like that, and after that they'll again come back with maturity and with proper this one, not over surrender, not over opposition. They'll properly to proper extent they will surrender, and to a proper extent they'll question also, right? So the proper balance will be there, right? So initially everything will be extreme surrender and extreme opposition, right? So all these spaces, every devotee will go through this space. Just like a child growth is there, in the same way the devotee growth also will happen. So they will grow up and they will need their independence, and that should be given, right? So like that it should be done. So it's a very complex subject, how to offer correction. So like something which is there on my surface, I just told. So scenario to scenario, there is so many different things that we need to do. But one thing that we have to establish is, in doing all these things, what is the etiquette that we are supposed to follow? We should religiously follow, because that is a seed that we are sowing into them. So what we are supposed to follow, we should be very, very careful. Just like Krishna was very, very this one about when the 4 Kumaras committed the mistake. He's so cautious. He was only telling about his mistakes. He was not pointing to their mistakes. And when he was describing about his mistakes, automatically their mistakes they are able to realize. So this is also like one of the things that when I explain other person's mistake, then he will say like, no, Prabhuji, how good you are. You also have mistakes. So when I tell their mistakes, they will tell your mistakes. And when I tell that I have committed this mistake, I should have done these things properly. No, Prabhuji, I should also have done this properly. They also come up with their mistakes actually. So that's the way of actually bringing about this one. So if we are naturally humble, and if we are always describing our mistakes, and it should not be overdone also. There is a limit to it. We should describe our mistakes naturally. Like we should feel that, I should have done this thing better. I should have done that thing better. I have so many flaws. Like what flaw I can actually find in another person. So when we think in this way, I have so many flaws. So that will inspire the other person to see the bad in them. So when they see the bad in them, they have a chance to correct it. There is like, that is the expertise of this one. Not just like, showing a mirror, you see like this bad is there. They will also show the mirror, like, Prabhuji, you also have this bad in you. So how much time it takes for them to show it. Right? So, but then if we naturally, practice this humility and like trying to sincerely work on, identify my faults and work on my faults, so that will rub on. And then sometimes we can actually tell, no, Prabhu, this is wrong. No, you should not do like this. And they will take it seriously. Because like sometime only the Prabhu is telling like this, and he's always like finding fault in himself, and sometimes he's finding fault in me. It's fine. They can take it, that particular thing. If superior wins all the time, I must find fault and they must follow. That relationship will not last long. It's going to break at some time.
I have one question. So this Corona period is all online batches. They become legal. Obviously, they transgress the etiquette because they don't know etiquette. So as a leader, as a mentor, just we give the freedom, don't do mistake. But the problem is they always look for position, big position. But position is a poison. Obviously, the bhakti going to spoil. As a mentor, we want to protect them. At the same time, we want to tolerate them. But we cannot protect because they are looking for position. And the position is a poison. And they will spoil bhakti. They will not respect people. They will no humbleness. So how we can help them? This is a question.
See, we see now when we study about Krishna consciousness, like all the time in the level of devotees and the level of leaders. So like already practicing devotees, we should be very eagerly, like personally, we should be very much eager to advance in Krishna consciousness, and we should also help people advance in Krishna consciousness. See, like you want position, you take it, no problem. So, but please advance in Krishna consciousness. Are you able to hear the names of the Lord when you chant? Now, are you able to be absorbed in your practice of Krishna consciousness? So when we actually put all those things, like, no, we want you to come to this level. No, you practice intensely. So then they will come, okay, Prabhu, like I'm not able to do this thing, right? So that is practical counseling. And another aspect is we should discuss about the real aspects of Krishna consciousness. No, what are the aspects of Krishna consciousness? You see Bhagavatam, like everywhere devotees are telling, I don't want no power and position. I don't want the position of Brahma. I don't want the position of Indra. I don't want even earthly kingdom. I just simply want to be your devotee. So we again and again repeat those, this ones, and we practice also intensely. So this spiritual, like, what is spiritual sangha means, like coming together and discussing these subjects. So when we discuss these subjects, it will surface. Yeah, see, like, no, I'm looking for position, but then the scripture says like this. So like I should try to follow this particular thing, and how to actually put it across to them in a nice way, like, how nicely your chanting is going on. Because a person who's looking for position and distinguishment and things like that, he will not be able to chant his rounds properly. It's not possible only. So like if he is able to focus on Krishna nicely, that means he is humble. Only when he is humble, he will be able to focus on the names of the Lord properly. He may chant the names of the Lord throughout. That's a different game. All the time keeping the names of the Lord in this one. So like this particular thing, I just recently I was hearing. Mahatma Gandhi used to always chant the names of Ram. And Prabhupada was in a conversation, and like one person was asking this thing that like Ante Narayana Smriti, he chanted the names of Ram, so he should have advanced. So, but no, like he used the name of the Lord for achieving some political end. It's a nama aparadha. Like name of the Lord constantly chanting is not sufficient. We should chant the names of the Lord in the right attitude, in a way it is pleasing to Krishna. Like that. So for that matter, when Raghunath Das Goswami, when he was coming to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was one Ram Bhakta who was coming. He was constantly chanting the names of the Ram non-stop. And Raghunath Das Goswami told, like, no, this is like so amazing an association of a devotee. And then he went to Jagannath Puri to meet Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya told, I will not see this guy's face. No, Lord, like he's chanting the names of Ram like continuously. He's a nice devotee. So then he says, no, he's an offender. He's an offender of the Lord, and he's chanting the names of the Lord also. So he cannot be taken into the association. No, I will not see him. So he was rejected actually. So constant chanting of the names of the Lord is also not sufficient. We should have the right etiquette. We should know how to respect each and every devotee. We should know how to respect the Supreme Lord. We should know how to respect the superiors, equals, and juniors. It's very, very essential. When all these things are there, then the chanting will manifest its potency. Otherwise it is nama aparadha. It will not produce its result of manifesting its potency, right? So like this particular aspect of testing, how is your chanting going on? How is your absorption in this one, right? So no, I want position. Okay, take it. No, you tell. How is your chanting going on? This is what you want, right? Take it. So advance in bhakti, right? Our 1 point focus is advancement in bhakti. And if he asks something like, take it. No, now advance in bhakti. That is what we stand upon, right? So, and then when he is not able to advance, okay, look upon these things. These are the aspects that are there. Where like the holy name is so powerful. I am a part and parcel of the Lord, and the Lord is the supreme entity. How can I not be attracted to Krishna? Is it Krishna ugly? No, I'm not able to get attracted to Krishna. No, Krishna is all attractive. So then, am I not part and parcel of Krishna? Am I not naturally connected to Krishna? No, I'm naturally connected to Krishna. Then where is a flaw? Flaw is in my offenses. That is where the whole point goes. So then he starts like seeing himself. So, okay, fine, I have to work on these offenses like that. Right? So we should trigger upon that one pointed focus that no, I have to advance in Krishna consciousness. Right? Like that. Any other?
What is the actual meaning of Krishna being revealed? Does it mean we develop love for Krishna?
Okay, so developing love for Krishna is the 100% revelation of Krishna. So in the stage of Shraddha, in the stage of Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, different degrees of revelation of Krishna actually happens. And revelation of Krishna, how we can actually practically perceive the revelation of Krishna, Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela. Now this is the practical progressive ways of revelation of Krishna. So first attempt is like when we take initiation or when we are trying to practice Krishna consciousness, we are expected to avoid offenses and to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Now that is the thing which the Krishna mantra takes the oath. And when we avoid offenses and chant Hare Krishna mantra, we will be able to clearly hear each and every syllable of the mantra. If you're able to hear properly, that means our japa is offenseless. Everything is going on properly in our this one. If you are disturbed, something, problem is there. Somewhere something is going wrong. Right? So if some thoughts keeps on coming in, why this devotee did like this, why this devotee did like that. Let the whole thing go for a toss. Like, I want to think of Krishna, I want to remember Krishna. Why is this thing actually coming and disturbing me? Why this particular thing happened? Why that particular thing happened? So the Vaishnava Acharya say, like, you put me in the lowest most position, no problem. I just want your remembrance. Please give me your remembrance. Right? So we should have one pointed focus. Somehow or other, I should have the remembrance of the Lord. Right? So this is a practical way of revelation of the Lord. The first practical revelation of the Lord that all of us are expected to have is clear audible chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. That's a very, very amazing revelation of the Lord. Right? So that's what will happen. It's not that like somebody will put smoke over there and then some disco lights and then some bang sound and Lord will appear over there. So, even if Lord appears like that, if we are like a Duryodhan, what will we have association of the Lord? So the name of the Lord is not different from the Lord, and He is appearing every time, and no effect is happening. Means there is a lot of covering that is there. I need to break this covering, and I need to break this means I need to beg the Lord to break this covering, right? So when I'm not able to hear the names of the Lord clearly, I should be alarmed. I should take guidance and I should chant nicely. I should pray to the Lord. All these things we have to do. And when the prayer is the language of Bhakti Yoga, and the sustenance of Bhakti Yoga comes from this one, gratitude. So we see that this topic always I cover it in couple. So like when Sudama, he actually went to Dwaraka to see Krishna. So like he got the audience, and then he was actually having nice exchange with Krishna. Krishna washed his feet, and then Krishna embraced him and things like that. So but then Sudama's mood, how it is, like this very nice shloka, we can actually try to memorize the shloka. Kwa aham daridra papiyan. Kwa means who am I? Kwa aham daridra papiyan. So who am I? I am a sinful, and daridra means I don't have any good qualities. Daridra means like poor. I don't have any good qualities with me. And Kwa Krishna Shri Niketana. Who is Krishna? Krishna is the abode of all the good qualities. Krishna is such an amazing person, right? And Brahma Bandhu Ritismaham. So I am, for namesake, I am born in a Brahmana family. What is the use? Like I'm not having any of the qualities of a Brahmana. Bahubhyam Parirambita. Still, Krishna has very mercifully embraced me. So he is counting upon, like he could have told that, like I was a childhood friend of Krishna, and then like we had a very nice time, that time, and then like like minimum this much etiquette, it is like it is expected, So and I'm a Brahmana, he's a Kshatriya, he should wash my feet, So like that, it could have been like that. So but then here he sees that though he's a Brahmana, like though he's like all whatever Krishna did is perfectly according to the etiquette, but then no, and he's a very nice Brahmana. It's not that he's Brahma Bandhu or he's not having good qualities, but he's always thinking that I don't have any good qualities. Why should I get all this spiritual assets? Why should I get the audience of Krishna? Why should Krishna embrace me? But still he did that. No, I'm so grateful to him. I'm no, he's in the mood of thanking, right? So thanking Krishna. So more we are able to thank Krishna. So I am not supposed to get any of these things which I'm getting, not the devotee association, the opportunity to chant the names of the Lord, opportunity to read the Srimad Bhagavatam, opportunity to hear the glories of the Lord. Why should I be able to get all these things? I am such a sinful person. Why should I be able to get all these things? But still Krishna gave it. No, thank you, Krishna. So this is the sustaining factor. When somebody is able to do this thing, he will be able to sustain in Krishna consciousness. He will be able to sustain his realization, no revelation of Krishna. So if he doesn't do this, Krishna will reveal and he'll say like, yeah, like no, I'm such a great devotee. Like I have so much of revelation of Krishna. Next day, everything will come down. So we will not be able to maintain anything. Right? So this humility, in the humility comes out the prayer. Krishna, I really want you, and I cannot have you like by my endeavor. No, it's only by your mercy, only by serving devotees, only by pleasing the spiritual master, I will be able to have. I am really in need of you. Like I really want you. No, so that this one eagerness to attain Krishna and the prayers and then gratitude. So when Krishna reveals himself, no, I wanted Krishna, and Krishna is revealing himself in the form of names and in the form of his qualities and things like that. So when Krishna actually reveals himself, so we should be in the mood that I should not be given all this thing. No, but still Krishna, you gave me. No, I'm very, very grateful to you. Right? So this is very, very essential. No? This is the etiquette that we should share with Krishna. No? So then we will be able to make nice advancement in Krishna consciousness.
When we are seeking for guidance and we have some surrendered superiors whom we believe, it's a good practice to check with all the superiors, or one we have to commit with the one superior.
So sometimes we check. It generally happens with me. If I am trying to check with multiple personalities, sometimes I'm just having something in my mind and I want some approval for that particular. So it is generally like in my case, like I'm too lenient. So when I want something to be nicely followed, I send to some of my strict people, like, you go and take this advice. So if you come to me, like whatever you want in your mind, it will get sanctioned. So so that's why like I send to people like, okay, like this person is strict, you go and ask from him. So like that, we should also see that one very important thing before taking guidance is like we should see that what is really very nice, what is really very good for me, that is what I want to follow. And I will check with my superior. And for practical scenarios, like immediate superior can actually solve our problems. And then in case if we feel this solution is not appropriate, so then we can actually reveal to a person like who's a little more higher, or we can even have some kind of a check if we really feel that it is not the appropriate thing. So but then this is the solution that is offered.
So basically, for that problem, we do have a solution, but we always approach the person where our solution matches with the thing what they do. We only prefer to hear and grasp those person's suggestion, and we feel the other person, he is telling this way whether to take or not, but this superior has said what I was thinking. So in that confusion things, which one to follow?
See, we should actually, the superior, the qualities, when it comes to the qualities of the subordinate, it also matters that the quality of the superior. So the superior should be like mature and should also be like a well-wisher, sincere well-wisher of ours. So that's when they will be able to make a real choice. And both of them are trying, like, the superior is also trying to be a good well-wisher, and the subordinate is also trying to take good instructions from them. So both are trying their best. So like we should put some level of trust, and then we should accept the solution that comes from a sincere superior actually, right? And first, this one should be our immediate superior. That is the first place. And if we are not able to adjust at all, so then we can actually, it is not that we are what is that, we are married to them or they are our spiritual master or something like that. So these practical, this one of assigning of superiors and subordinate, they can actually change based on the chemistry of the devotees. So like if the chemistry matches with somebody, like then it's good. It's nice.
We go against to them, we have the feel like we did against to them, what do they feel? How do they treat us?
See, generally superiors are mature. They know that if this person is not able to follow me, then it's okay. Like maybe the chemistry is not matching, so somebody else can guide. So generally the superiors are mature. So in that way, it's okay. So one thing which actually attracted my heart, to my superior, my mentor in my beginning days of Krishna consciousness, is that he nicely developed me in my Krishna consciousness. He trained me, and after 1 or 2 years, like he just told that I tried my best to teach you, and this is how much I can actually do. So now for better guidance, you should take somebody more better than me. Then I started crying in front of him, so I cannot think of doing that. So it's naturally he was so humble, even now I'm so much attached to him. So Shyam Gopal Prabhu, he stays in Bombay actually, and very, very amazing personality. So he, through him, by his practical behavior, he never wanted a control over me. He never tried to dictate things to me. But then through his humility and through this one, he used to actually, he literally controlled me. So that humility actually attracted, a lot. So that's the thing that actually, you people are, why I'm telling both, because you people are subordinate to somebody and leader to somebody, you should do both. Right? So we should not be so eager to control people, and at the same time maintain the mood of humility, and through that we will actually gain control. In fact, how Krishna can be controlled? So Krishna can be controlled by humble service. So when a devotee becomes completely surrendered to him, and then he just renders service, and Krishna asks what do you want? I'm ready to give anything. I don't want anything, I just want you. And Krishna becomes completely controlled. Right? So that humility actually controls the heart of people. Control actually repels people. Humility actually controls. And sometimes we can actually put control on people. Sometimes.
One more question. I have a materialist friend. He says, whoever joins in ISKCON, they steal the independence of the thinking. They say your superiors are there, right? Why don't you check with them? That is what we respect the superiors. You check with the superiors, you check with the superiors. At that time, the freedom of thinking, it's gone. That is what he said. And at times, I do feel that. How to refuse and how to tell.
See, this thing is there. If in Krishna consciousness, if you see, whom are we surrendering to? We are surrendering to Krishna only, right? We are not surrendering to any other personality. So why are we surrendering to a superior or a spiritual master? So because they are representing Krishna, so that is why we are surrendering. And that surrender should be an intelligent surrender. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So we are reading Shastra, and then we are associating with other sadhus. So it should not be an exploitative surrender. The surrender should not be exploited. It should be a genuine surrender, right? So where the superior is truly looking for the welfare of the person. And another very important aspect, the living entity. The living entity by nature is a dependent entity. So if we don't depend upon a trustable superior, so we will have to take shelter of Maya in some feature. So everybody is under shelter of somebody. If a person is not under anybody's shelter, he's under the shelter of his mind, and mind is the greatest enemy, right? So it is, our position itself is like that. So when we don't want to be there in the spiritual world, so we are put in the material world under the shelter of three modes of nature. So if we say like, no, Krishna, I don't want to be there under your shelter of no, Radharani, and I don't want to be there under the shelter of three modes of nature. There is no third place exists. We are a dependent entity. We always require a shelter. No, that's a very important this one. So always we require a superior, no, for us to feel sheltered. So that's a very, very essential aspect. No, but then if this one, we need to also have some intelligence if this relationship is getting exploited. Right? So that also should be there. Like the best example is of, whenever we discuss this, the best example is of Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj, he's a sincere devotee. He wanted to serve Krishna, and a spiritual master guided him nice way, and he even given life to him. Sometimes people say, no, like, no, Prabhuji, you gave my life. No, you like did these things in my life, and it's like so nice. Like you actually gave me life. For Bali Maharaj, literally, Bali Maharaj's head was cut. And Shukracharya, he actually, by Sanjeevani Vidya, literally gave back life to him. So then Vaman Dev came, and then when Vaman Dev came, Shukracharya told, he is Vishnu, don't surrender to him. So then he told Shukracharya, I'm not going to follow you. And somebody could have told, hey, like he gave life to you, how can you go against him? So, but then no, like I am surrendering only to Krishna. That time Krishna empowered Shukracharya to give me life. It is only Krishna who does everything in my life. And now there is a chance to surrender to Krishna, and the spiritual master is not allowing. So then I should surrender, right? So that's an intelligent surrender is essential actually, not at that point in time. It's not like blind surrender. So many other institutions, that's the difference between ISKCON and other institutions. In other institutions, you go, like you ask question, hey, how dare you ask question to Swamiji? You should not ask any question. So like in ISKCON, like you can actually ask question. So like you are my superior, but then you are saying this particular thing in a respectful way. How we actually tell is by the way of asking a question. Like Prabhuji, you are telling this particular thing. But then I read this in the Shastra, and this is what like other sadhus say. Like and this is what the spiritual masters say. Like how can I understand this particular thing? Right? This is a very nice way of putting it.
Right? So we are always dependent one on the other. We have to take shelter.
We have to take shelter. We have to take shelter of somebody. So like sometimes fanatic subordinates, so they just simply want to follow their mind. They don't want to surrender to anybody, right? And then sometimes fanatic authorities, they just simply want to control. Whether they think is right or wrong, that is an immaterial thing. They just want to simply control. So that is also bad, right? So we should not be there in either of this ones. So we should be in a moderate level. So wherein, and we should also accommodate. Sometimes authorities may also commit some mistake. It's okay. Sometimes we should tolerate that also, because authorities also have their own. They are also practicing sadhakas like us, right? So, but they have taken this role and responsibility so that, like, to facilitate the growth of Krishna consciousness, to facilitate the growth of the devotee. So we respect that particular aspect also. And at the same time, like, if that mistakes become too much, that it becomes intolerable, then we say, okay, fine. Then I can escalate it to my, like, some other authorities, and then I can have a change of authority. That's perfectly fine. 9:10. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta-vrinda ki jai, Leadership Sangha ki jai. Hariksetra ki jai. So one just last thing that our spiritual master wants that Krishna consciousness be spread, like throughout Bangalore. And if we have to do that, like so many people have to be brought into the shelter. And for like just like a tree is there, like the water holding capacity of the ground comes from the trees. How many roots are there? That much of water can be held. So in the same way, how many mature leaders are there? That many devotees we can actually hold. So it is directly proportional to, like, if we want to expand, we need more and more mature devotees. We need more and more mature devotees who are like, very sincere in their practice of Krishna consciousness, and they are true well-wishers of of the people, right? So that kind of devotees more and more we need actually. That is when we will be able to sustain. Otherwise, we will be able to get so many people, they'll come in and go out, so we will not be able to sustain them. So each person has a capacity. Like, somebody may sustain 5 people, 10 people, 15 people. It's difficult to sustain more than that. So for every 10 people, we need one leader. So that's very, very essential. And this kind of discussions, when we keep doing this kind of discussions, like, we will start becoming very sincere, and we will start becoming like that one pointed focus of trying to advance in Krishna consciousness. That's the key thing. Somehow or other, we should protect our Krishna consciousness. We should advance in our Krishna consciousness. And if we are doing properly or improperly, our chanting will show the test. So that will show, right? Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for being the sustainers of the devotees in this community. Hare Krishna.